Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Leddy and welcome to So Serious Gaming, and today I'm going to be giving you a build that many of you on Twitter have been requesting off of me. That is my Banshee build. It would seem a lot of people have been telling me that nobody's really put out a Banshee build, and nobody, like every time people have made the build, they're all saying the same thing, that it just doesn't work and they just seem to instantly get melted. So here I am showing you the Banshee build that you've all been requesting. Anybody who's followed me on Twitter may have seen a couple of the clips that I'm going to be putting in on the end of this video already, which is the reason many people have been asking me to show what it is that I'm actually using, because I use this for like solo manhunts. I've obviously used it in a team as well, and I use it for fighting rogues if I'm having one of those moments where I'm not actually rogue. So yeah, I have a lot of fun with this build. One of the biggest things people do wrong with this build, and it was one of the things I did and I didn't like how it worked, and that was go all firearms. It doesn't work. I felt far too squishy, and yeah, it just didn't feel right. So I spec a bit more into stamina, and it feels good. I like where it's at now. So let's get into it. As you can see, I'm using the house. Now, before I get into the talents of the house, you don't need to use this. If you don't have it, don't worry. You can get away with using the AUG or the MP5 and just go with responsive, fierce, and deadly. Go with those three on it and you be good, man. So, yeah. Now, I only have one house, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. But hey, it is what it is. Now, if I had another one, I would replace predatory with responsive if I could. But I still kind of like predatory as well. That 35% health over 20 seconds is still pretty decent. And then I have deadly and obviously card counter. Everything I run, I always put crit damage first, aside from on the magazine where I have the 3% crit chance. Simply because with that 3% crit chance there, it puts me at about 50% crit chance. So then speccing mostly into the crit damage. As you can see, the main stat on all these is crit damage and then headshot damage and crit chance. It makes the most out of my crit chance. Plus, if somebody has a pulse, then that'll take me to the cap for the crit chance anyway. So I just don't want to spec any more into crit chance. I want to make the most out of those crits. And then my secondary, I'm just running a warlord simply because I've never used it and I want to use something I haven't used. So yeah, but I mainly use this on clearing out NPCs, landmarks, things like that. Destructive, responsive, and then play rough. With that being said, this talent is actually quite good. Damage taken is reduced by 20% while firing. The taken damage is applied when you stop firing. I actually find that quite handy. I've found it useful in a few situations, so you know, it's still, I've been enjoying using this gun surprisingly, even in PvP, so yeah. Even though I wasn't intending for it to be part of the build as such, I've been enjoying it, so I've kind of just kept it on. And then magazine is mag size, crit chance, rate of fire. The optic is crit chance, crit damage, headshot damage. Muzzle is headshot damage, crit chance, and crit damage. And then stability, crit damage, accuracy. So as you can see, the way that I've kind of spec'd it is over 6,500 firearms and about 6,500 stamina. So it is pretty balanced, but it's, you know, I've got enough toughness there so I can get away with face tanking. I can take a little bit of damage, and I don't feel like squish. I don't feel like, yeah, like I'm going to get stood on and die, which is what it kind of felt like when I spec'd it just all firearms. Trust me, all firearms just doesn't feel nice with this. I don't know why, it just doesn't. So, the chest piece is rolled to firearms, and then I have health and exotic damage resilience. You can change the exotic damage resilience out for skill haste. You could change it for enemy armor damage if you just want to, you know, help with the NPCs a little bit. But exotic damage resilience at the moment is actually really quite handy. It helps with pred mark. I mean, 10.5 isn't really going to do much, but yeah. When I combine that with when I'm rogue and I'm taking the 10% less damage from non-rogues, it helps because it's just less from the bleed. The 10% less damage means their bleed isn't going to be as powerful as it would be without that 10% damage reduction, or 10% damage resilience, or whatever it is you want to call it. And then the 10.5% EDR helping to numb the bleed a little bit, so it goes hand in hand. The mods I'm running are a firearms mod with health and a firearms mod with crit chance. The mask is rolled for stamina and then crit chance and damage to elites. Ideally, I wouldn't have minded having like bleed resistance or burn resistance or something in the minor attribute, but it is what it is. I've got the stamina and I've got the crit chance roll. They're the ones that I'm more bothered about. And then I have a firearms mod with health on again. Then on the knee pads is rolled to firearms and crit damage. Again, the attributes, could have, instead of the increased kill XP, I could have had burn resistance or something, or shock resistance, but it is what it is. And the mods, a firearms mod with health and first aid self-heal. On to the holster, we have skill haste. Now I actually used this for something else before I actually finished this build, so I didn't roll crit chance on there. So this I do want to change when I get another one. I am going to roll the skill haste off and go with crit chance, which I never realised I have another one there. So after this video I am going to go and roll crit chance onto this one and swap it over. So yeah, forget the skill haste, it's going to be crit chance that's there. And then again a first aid self-heal mod. The gloves are of course roll to stamina, SMG damage and crit chance, because you want to get the most damage possible out of this. Skill haste, in my opinion, is not much use unless you go in with skill power. Skill haste isn't that much use, so it is what it is. And the backpack is stamina, crit damage and ammo capacity. Because it was already rolled to stamina, I could roll the ammo capacity in. Although when I'm rogue it's not exactly a big deal because, I'm rogue. I'm getting my ammo refilled like every few seconds, so yeah. And the mods are firearms mod with health once again, and two first aid self-heal mods. I love this build, honestly, I do. Like, Banshee kind of fell out. It kind of just fell out of the meta completely and kind of became somewhat useless. And I'm glad to see that it's now in a place where it is viable again and it's strong and it's fun to use. I really enjoy it. So, as you can see at the moment, I have 42.5% crit chance. That is about to go up because obviously I'm going to roll crit chance on that other holster. So we will be at about 49.5% crit chance, I believe. And 132% crit damage plus 61% headshot damage. 7% skill haste, that's about to disappear. Max health, 331,957. And yeah. The talents that I use. Now obviously, I use booster shot and I use the immune box. It's 2 ways of healing. I don't really use that as a heal as such. I use it more for the damage resistance and the damage buff, as opposed to actually using it to heal. I use the box to heal and I use it to clear the bleed from Predator's Mark. Now the talents, when I'm solo, this is what I use. So I use critical save, so when I use a medkit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds, it's super helpful. Then strike back when I reach low health to reduce active skill cooldowns by 20%, which is always helpful. Precision, now this helps to compensate my lack of pulse. If I headshot a hostile, it'll pulse them for 10 seconds and give me a little bit of extra crit chance and crit damage. And then on the move, kill a hostile while moving to reduce incoming damage by 15% for 10 seconds is once again one of my favourite talents in the game, and is super helpful. And when you combine it with things like booster shot and critical save as well, like that damage resistance really does help, especially when I'm rogue and I already get that 10% damage, that 10% reduction in damage taken from non-rogues. So super helpful. If I'm in a team, chances are I have a pulse, like somebody's using a pulse, so I'll take that off and I'll put combat medic on. So when I use a med kit near allies to heal group members and proxies within 20 meters by 40%, super helpful. If you see somebody on your team who's really low health and you know they've just been healing and stuff, the chances are they don't have a med kit. So I could pop a med kit for him and he'll get a good chunk of health back. So yeah, that's the build, guys. Really enjoy it. I'm really glad to see Banshee's back in a place where it's viable and it can do work, and it has actually a really good place within a team. The rewards you get when you use this for clearing your manhunt are actually improved quite a bit. You get basically you get double the amount of rewards as you would do without it, and you get to clear the manhunt station faster. So yeah, it's really handy, really handy. I really enjoy it, and like I say, I'm glad to see that it's back. So there you have it, guys. That's the build I've been using in the little clips you may have seen on Twitter. I will put some clips at the end of here. Some of them you might have seen on Twitter already, but hey, it is what it is, right? I know the hounds are going to want some gameplay, so the hounds need their gameplay, and I will make sure that I deliver that. And yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. It's always appreciated. The support you guys have shown has been incredible, man. We recently hit 6,000 subscribers, and that is freaking awesome. I legitimately never expected to hit 1,000 subscribers, honestly. So the fact that, we've now exceeded 6,000 subscribers, like, is mind-blowing to me, man. And I genuinely cannot thank you guys enough. So let's keep it going, man. Like, the road to 10k is on. The road to 10,000 subscribers is on, man. We're going for it. We're going big. We're gonna go big this year, and you guys are gonna be part of the journey, and I cannot wait to share that with you. But yo, make sure you guys smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, if you found it helpful, if you like the build, or just smash the like button, because I'm freaking awesome. Like, just do it. Drop your comments below, let me know what you think of the build. Do you run it differently? Whatever, let me know. And hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel for more build videos, hints and tips, gameplays, live streams. And if you're into a bit of Fortnite and PUBG and maybe even a little bit of Call of Duty from time to time, then yeah, I'm your man, because I stream those games now and again too. Thank you for watching, guys. You guys are incredible, man. And I'm going to leave you with some gameplay. Have a great day, and I'll see you in another video. Cheerio!
Incoming supply drop. Delivering landing zone coordinates.
If you want to clear your manhunt, reach the indicated location.
Warning, an agent in your vicinity has gone rogue.
on your position.
Commencing cargo retrieval. Warning. You've disavowed a division. This action will mark you as rogue.
If you want to clear your manhunt, reach the coordinates I'm sending you.